Okay, hello guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I guess that's the whole introduction everybody uses to we follow the trend. But then this whole YouTube channel is based on the idea of creating a simple tutorial for people to learn how to use C++. C++ is one of the many programming languages that are there. And then we have different compilers that people use for C++. You have the code block, VS Code. Some others use GCB Online, which happens to be an online C++ compiler made to help you write if you don't want to install. Others have dev C++ and others without. So everybody has a choice that they prefer. Some prefer VS Code because of its, let me say, plugins or AI help from GitHub. Okay, so when you have VS Code installed, you're able to use the GitHub AI plugin to ensure that when you're writing your codes and even if you have prepare your written codes, the AI is able to generate options for you. Sorry, let me mute my phone. Okay, so that being said, I personally use code block was not really because it's special or anything. I just feel like it'd be very nice to actually use it well. So yeah, that's the idea. Sorry for touching my ear a lot. I don't know, my voice keep trying to fall out. Yeah, so first of all, the main idea of this whole video, as I said, is the PC platform. So firstly, I guess we're supposed to move to the practical aspect, but no, you see, you can't learn without the theoretical aspect. So we first we learn what C++ is and who brought it up, everything else about C++. So it starts. Now, forgive me if I get it wrong mentioning the name, but C++ was produced by B.N. Stroup in 1979. Yeah, originally it was called C with classes, but then after people started using it, and then the name C with classes sounded odd. It was later developed into C++ in 1983. Now, this is an object-oriented programming. You understand? So C++ is practically like Swiss Army knife of coding. You are able to use it in many forms for creating games, system softwares, even for fun little console programs like that are just having fun, trying something new. Yeah. Now, first of all, I know literally whenever they starts coding, they have to like write the hello world code. So that's what we are basically going to do now. Yeah. So we start with include. Let me show you my screen so you follow me. You follow along with me. Okay. So okay. Yeah. So okay. Is include IOStream. Now, when you say include IOStream, this draws in the whole input and output feature of your console program. You see, uh, when you watch you're writing, you tend to use some commands like cout and scene, which we will explain later in the other videos. So you have to actually tell the compiler what you are doing. So this whole idea of including IOStream is to ensure that it draws in input and output streams. Do you understand? Yeah, and we come to using namespace std. Now, names pieces are like, let me say, already made in keywords or help for, coding and everything. Now, should you choose not to use the namespace std, it will mean that most of your input will come with std dot dot. And then, personally, I found that very tedious. So, we all tend to use the using namespace std. You are so it's then you come to the int main. Now, this is the main input of the whole code. You understand? From here, your actual code to actually begin. Now, what you've written are like prefaces for every code. It is a requirement for most codes. In some, you would actually add other libraries. So instead of adding only IOStream, you'd add vectors and other things. But then for now, we are sticking to the basics. Now, when we say the int main, the whole idea of the int before the main is to tell the computer to, let's say, return an integer, usually zero. So in what most of the C++ code below it, you see return zero. Now, the return zero signifies the successful completion of your code. So the integer there is supposed to tell the computer that after running the code found in the main, you have now the main is what a computer looks for when it wants to run your code. So it looks for where the main begins and then it runs those codes, you understand? So that is particularly like what the computer looks for to run your code. So the int there tells it that return is zero. Like int, like I'm supposed to expect a variable, sorry, a number or an integer to be returned. That's why the int is there. And then the main is where the computer looks for you. So after that, you open a curly brackets. Open a curly brackets. Now, inside the curly brackets, I usually move down so that I don't have to keep entering plenty. Wow. So with this is where your actual codes begin. Now we have commands like cout. We have seen go to, we have get line, and a whole lot of codes. You have a whole lot of codes. Now, firstly, let's start with CE because that is the basic, and first we learn to tell the computer to print, that is to see out, sorry, not see out, is to tell the computer to print whatever you are aiming to write. So practically within this year, then you come, sorry, now NL. Now bear in mind that after the end of every C++ code, you are supposed to bring a semicolon to show that that particular line has ended. You understand? Now the end I brought here is just to tell the computer to actually deal with this one on the line. But right now I can clear it if I want to, and then my code should still come out. Now return zero. Then we run the codes. Now you see hello world. You understand? Yeah, so that's basically the whole idea of the beginning of a C++ code. So after dealing with that, then you move on to other things. Like I said, everything zero deals with the whole idea of it. And now the curly brackets are like what, or the structure of the code, the whole like they includes everything that the main function is supposed to show us. So that's basically it for the first video. Thank you for actually watching my video. If you like it, like and subscribe. Even if you don't like it, like and subscribe. That is the fun of creating YouTube videos. Thank you.